Well, here at Ever Wilder, we're a few things, but most importantly, we want to facilitate a reconnection to the land and to the plants that grow on it, to the animals that thrive here, as well as us. When you come to a walk, you can expect to be introduced to numerous plants, sometimes many, sometimes just a few, and you can get to know these plants really well in a safe area, a safe spot. We really want to facilitate a space for people to forage and have that reconnection that comes along with harvesting from the land or planting or cultivating, food and medicine for all these people. It really helps foster community as well, and if we can get the individuals to connect to the land and to learn more about it, then maybe we can change our community. We're here in the Southern Appalachian Mountain Range in North Georgia, Ellijay, Georgia, and we want to invite everybody out to experience nature in hopefully a new way, maybe a way you haven't before. We want to really show you how it can benefit humans and how we can benefit it. There's several different facets to the business here. Of course, you can walk and learn about plants that way, or we can get your hands dirty. We can maybe dig some roots if it's the right season, and we can even taste something and really learn about plants with all of our senses and get to know them on a personal level, because there's really so much to get to know about the world, and especially these areas that we call wild, these wild areas that have just an abundance of plant life. There's small gardens here where we grow herbs for teas and medicine, spices, things like that, and we love the opportunity to have people out and pick their own herbs so that they can really see the plant and know that it was once a living organic being, and those plants can be taken in, they can be harvested, taken to the kitchen, taken anywhere like that, and used further from there. And then of course there's the proper education and identification that goes along with picking your own herbs or spices. So we offer many different types of primitive living skills. That's a term that I like to use. Some people use wilderness survival or just survival, and there's a lot of different mentalities when it comes to that, but we take a plant-based approach that if you know your surroundings, if you know the plants around you and know the world around you in a better way, then you can better interact with it, and you can really benefit from this knowledge. Everything from friction fire, creating fire with entirely natural materials, to crafts and other sorts of those primitive living skills, those skills that used to be once common knowledge and now not so much. We want to bring those back alive here, because I believe they can not only empower people individually, but they could possibly even come in handy, and they really foster a sense of community with the land around you. And I think that's very important, so that we can all be good stewards of the world around us and leave it, a better place than we found it. We like to get people hands-on and diving deep into nature, whether that's actually digging or smelling or tasting, and we want to appeal to all the senses, and it really allows us to learn the plants in a personal way and in a really good way that they're not easily forgotten. And what you're consuming, when you're consuming something, identification is always important, and we want to emphasize that fact, that you can properly identify, you can use something safely, because many things out in the wild are safe. There are a few things that are not. But oftentimes we have this misconception that there's a lot of danger out there in the wild world, and what's in the grocery store and what's in your pantry is really safe for you, and it's the government says so, and this company says so, and these things are relatively new to our diet, and they may or may not be that healthy for us. What we do know is what's out here, what's abundant in the land, has been grown for thousands of years, and humans have interacted with these plants for thousands of years. So they're often found to be very safe, and you can most definitely go out in your backyard, just about no matter where you live, and find something that's highly nutritious or that affects the body in a positive way that you can consume. And I think if everybody got outside and did a little bit more of that, the world could be a healthier place. We would learn to be better stewards of the land, and maybe instead of this, grassy lawn that gets cut, repetitively, we could leave a little corner that grows up and just to explore what kind of weeds and other plants pop up in there. And there's so many good plants that can come out of just a small wild space, and it's not only good for humans, it's good for the insects, the bees, the pollinators as well. I want to thank everybody for joining me today and checking out Everwilder Farms. We are online on Facebook and a website, and please contact me or email me if you have any questions and concern. We look forward to being able to help your group connect to nature.